Problem 2. Determine the resultant of the force system acting on the plate as shown in figure given below with respect to AB and AD. Since it is a non-concurrent force system problem, if we want to calculate the resultant means we need to calculate three things. One is the magnitude of the resultant, that is R is equal to question mark. Then direction of the resultant, that is theta is equal to question mark. Then position of the resultant, that is equal to question mark. Position of the resultant with respect to which point? From which point we need the resultant distance. So it is given below with respect to AB and AD, AB line and AD line. In these two lines, the common point is A. So we need to calculate the position with respect to A point. So the procedure remains the same. First we calculate horizontal angle theta and splitting up the inclined forces, then sigma fx, sigma fy, then r and theta. Then position with respect to the A point, then perpendicular distance sigma m by r, x-intercept sigma m by fy, y-intercept sigma m by sigma fx. So let's go according to this procedure. First, let us calculate sigma. So before going to that, horizontal angle for the inclined forces. This is an inclined force, horizontal angle is given. This is an inclined force, horizontal angle is given. This is an inclined force where slope is given. We need to find out the horizontal angle. The horizontal angle is, since we need this value is theta with respect to horizontal, then this will become the theta value. Opposite side is 1, adjacent side is 1. Therefore here I will write it. Tan theta is equal to 1 by 1, opposite side by adjacent side, or theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by 1. We are going to get that one as 45 degree. So here theta is equal to 45 degree. Then what we need, theta is over, then we need a splitting up the inclined forces. So for inclined forces, behind the arrowhead, back side of the arrowhead, draw nearby horizontal line, nearby vertical line. So nearby horizontal, nearby vertical, back side of the arrowhead. So back side of the arrowhead, draw nearby horizontal and nearby vertical. It is vertical, so leave it. Next, we need to calculate sigma fx and sigma fy. Let us calculate. Sigma fx, horizontal force and horizontal component. I will start with this one. It is vertical, leave it. Then it is inclined. Horizontal component is f cos theta, and here the component is moving rightward, so it is plus f cos theta, that is 5 into cos of 30 degree. Then vertical component, leave it. Here the horizontal component is moving rightward, plus component is f cos theta, that is 10 into cos of 60 degree. Then vertical component, leave it. Here the horizontal component is moving rightward. Here you can observe moving rightward, so plus component is f cos theta. F is 14.14 into cos of theta is horizontal angle 45 degree. So vertical component, leave it. So if we calculate, we will get it as 19.33 Newton over. Next, let us calculate sigma fy. Sigma fy, only the vertical force and vertical component. I will start with this one. It is vertical, so it is downward minus 20. Then inclined, horizontal component, leave it. Vertical component going upward, plus component is f sin theta, that is 5 into sine of horizontal angle 30 degree. Then inclined, so horizontal component leave it, vertical component coming downward, so minus a component is f sin theta, that is 10 into sine of horizontal angle 60 degree. Then here horizontal component leave it, vertical component going upward, so plus component is f sin theta, that is 14.14 into sine of horizontal angle 45 degree. So that's all. So if we calculate, you are going to get the value as minus 16.16 Newton. Once you get sigma fx and sigma fy, we need to calculate r and theta. So let us calculate that one. Magnitude of the resultant is r is given by square root of sigma fx square plus sigma fy square. So substitute the values. Sigma fx is 19.33 square plus sigma fy is minus 16.16 square. So you are going to get r value as 25.2 Newton. Then if we come to the theta, that is direction of the resultant, tan inverse of sigma fy divided by sigma fx, where we need to take only the positive values. Sigma fy, it will become plus 16.16. Sigma fx, it will be 19.33. So if we calculate, we are going to get it as 39.89 degree. So we got the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Now we need position of the resultant. So let's calculate that one also. To calculate the position, first we need to calculate sigma m. So sigma m with respect to the required point, here the required point is A. So sigma ma, that is equal to, we already know that while considering the moment, we need to consider 3 points. One is moment means force into perpendicular distance. Clockwise is positive, anti-clockwise is negative. If the force is passing through the moment center, then the moment will become 0. What do you mean by moment center? The point about which we are calculating the moment, we call that one as moment center. In this case, A point is the moment center now. And another one thing, this one we call that one as couple moment. If the couple moment is given, we will write the value directly with respect to the rotation, because here the distance is here the force is already multiplied with the distance. You can observe the units. It is not Newton, it is Newton meter. So let's start. So with respect to the A point, I will start from this force itself. This 14.14 force is passing through the point A. Therefore it will become 0. Next force is 20. So write down 20 into perpendicular distance between this 20 Newton line and A point is how much? This much, that is 4. And how it is rotating? Keep your thumb at the A point and rotate your forefinger in the direction of the force. You are going to get it as clockwise, so it is positive. Then here inclined force is there, so take the components. Horizontal component, always the components will act from the origin of that force, that is nothing but at C point. So horizontal component is f cos theta, that is 5 into cos 30 multiplied by the horizontal component is acting here towards right direction like this. So perpendicular distance between this horizontal component and point A is how much? From the point A, draw a perpendicular to that line, that will become the perpendicular distance. How much is this? 3. Then how the horizontal component is rotating with respect to A? Keep your thumb at A point and rotate your forefinger in the direction of the force. It is rotating clockwise, so it should be positive. Then vertical component is f sin theta, that is 5 into sin 30. It is acting at C point. So perpendicular distance between this vertical component force and point A is how much? Perpendicular distance, it is 4 meter. So multiplied by 4. And how it is rotating? Keep your thumb at A and rotate your forefinger in the direction of the force. So you are going to get it as anti-clockwise minus. Then here we have the horizontal component, that is 10 into cos of 60, and here the horizontal component is moving rightward. So rotate your forefinger in the direction of the force by keeping the thumb at the point A. It is rotating clockwise, so it is positive. Then the vertical component of this force, the vertical component will act like this, and it is passing through the point A. So the vertical component, since it is passing through the point A, that is the moment center, then the moment will become 0. Now all the forces are over. What about the moment? Since the moment is given, write down the value directly. 10 is there, write down 10. It's a couple moment, and it is rotating clockwise. No need to look into the thumb or the forefinger. Just look into the couple moment. How it is rotating clockwise. So clockwise means it is positive. So calculate the values. If you calculate, you are going to get sigma MA as 107.99 or 108 Newton meter. So once you get sigma MA, calculate perpendicular distance, that is given by sigma MA divided by R. Then x-intercept, that is given by sigma MA divided by sigma Fy. Then y-intercept, that is given by sigma MA divided by sigma Fx. So substitute the values and get the answer. So let us substitute 107.99 divided by R, we calculated it as 25.2. So you are going to get the value as 4.285. The distance, since it is a distance, the unit will be meter. Then we have x-intercept sigma MA divided by sigma Fy, that is 107.99 divided by 16.16. Sigma Fy, we got it as minus 16.16, but since we are calculating the distance, we need to take only the positive values. So take the positive value 16.16. You are going to get it as 6.683 meters. Then y-intercept sigma MA 107.99 divided by sigma Fx, we have 19.33. So if you calculate, you are going to get it as 5.587 meters. This is the position of the resultant. Thank you.